All right, I'm back. Fuck this shit. Salakia brothers and sisters, I don't know what happened. Gosh darn it. I don't know if it was me or the video, whatever. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna do it again. Sorry. You know how I get after I get cut off. Takes me a minute. I was killing it. Why is it sometimes the best videos are the ones that get cut off? I don't know. You're going to have to look at the truck. Yeah, you don't get to see my beautiful face. Heavenly Father, bless the message. Let me get back to this. We love you. We honor you. We praise you. Why do you torture me so? Give me a break, Lord, please. Oh my goodness. Sorry, believers. Oh, sorry, Israel. Let me roll down the window. I have no more coffee. I'm agitated now, but I'm going to try and get this. Motherfucker. Sorry. All right, so we were... It's hard enough to get, like, all these themes together and put them in your head and actually say them. And the Lord's helping me, and He's giving me all this good stuff. And then I turn the phone around to see if everything's cool, and it's blank, black. So trip out on the truck. If you look real close, you can see the people in there. The weather's not that good. Haha, whatever. So we're talking about this reset theme, this reset idea. Sorry for losing my spirit. I'm like torn down now. God, I was so into it too. I was loving it. There was a lot of good stuff that I threw out, but anyhow, I'm gonna try and get myself back. Arise, get up, Benjamin. These are the times that try men's souls. All right, so the theme is that the Lord has resets, and he destroys certain parts of the earth, as in Sodom and Gomorrah, as in He would have destroyed Nineveh and Jonah. The channel is Axiom, I think. I'm going to put it in the description box. The guy has a theme that the Lord, he doesn't say it this way because he's just saying, but my theory is that maybe what this 137 years, every 137 years, he destroys something on the earth in some way that is almost unbelievably, it can't be anything other than him, but he does it through the sun or through the natural catastrophes that people that are nearby would say, no, that was just a natural catastrophe, or it was this, or it was that. There's always plausible deniability because the Lord does things through His planet. The planet is the Ark of the Covenant. You touch it, you're going to be destroyed. You got to understand the analogies of the Bible. I'm starting to see the Bible as much more of as a metaphorical analogy than a literal, but it's literal also. That's what makes it so powerful. So I'm just going to move on. I tried to make some points. I think the points are going to come back, and some of you are going to understand because we were going through this yesterday. So there's a certain vibration that is in the earth. We have the high vibration of God, the heavens going up. Your vibration goes up. When you're down on the earth, when you're in the grave, your vibration can't get any lower because you are going back to dust. You're buried. You're dirt again. You're low frequency. You're 3D junkyard. You're three-dimensional junkyard. You're in the trash heap. The Valley of Hinnom outside Jerusalem was called Hell, or Gehenna. It was the place where they burned the trash. It's hell. It's worse than hell. It's worse than just being here. You're actually in the trash heap. You're in the 3D junkyard. So that being said, I'm going to move on. I say this all the time, and I have to go back over these things so that new subscribers understand a little bit of where we're going. I say the same things over and over again, so you don't have to be here very long because the truth continues to speak of itself. It's spoken of, it's spoken to, and it's spoken through. The truth is in the believers. The truth is in this song. The truth is in these higher vibrations, these frequencies, these light prisms that we are striving for in our glory body. There you go. How's that for fucking just saying it? getting through it. So this theory that this guy has, 138 years. I pointed out that it could be part of the story, part of the biblical story. How does it fit into the Bible? Why is that? Why are these liars not telling us about these resets that we've seen, that they've discovered? This guy has researched and seen his theory be played out in California in 1902, saying, what happened to the history of 1902, 1903? It's been washed clean. It's been changed. At CERN, they're trying to learn how to change history so that we'll never know when these resets are coming, so that not enough people will ever come back to God, and they will have people trapped on this prison planet forever. You will be in hell forever. You will never get out of this 3D junkyard. You will never be able to raise your consciousness. You will never be able to get the glorious body. You will never have this new song, because you're stuck in a land of lies, and you will be the lie. You are the lie. You become that lying son of a bitch, and you're stuck here. Do you understand? So I'm trying to do this. Sometimes I think maybe he resets me. He resets me on in my damn videos to get angry so I can spit this stuff out with some verve. He's like, you're way too soft, JD Naja. I don't like that. You better fucking get your ass up and tell these people. I didn't get you to be the nice guy. You're not the nice guy, remember? It's like, okay, all right, fuck. Now I'm pissed. I'm not mad at you people. I'm just mad. I'm a mad prophet. It's insane to be in this position. So, Jonah. This is a good example. I thought about it. What were these destructive forces? He didn't destroy Nineveh, but it's part of the story. So I'm going to read the story, and I'm going to go through it, and I'm going to point out things that I've been pointing out before that fit into this theme of 138, 37-year resets that the Lord shows us that we're supposed to go around to other people. He doesn't destroy everything. He just destroys an area so that the people that are in that area that survive can go around and go, God fucked them up. We need to fucking straighten out, man. God is fucking people up. Do you care enough about your brother to fucking go around and tell people? Or are you scared to death that these other people are going, you're not going to tell anyone about that? And then they start killing these people that are trying to tell people. That's killing the prophets, right? You've killed my prophets. Who's the one that's profitable? The one that knows the truth. So these are the things that are coming out right now. As I speak, I am one of these prophets. They're going to try and kill me now that I'm telling the truth. As long as we're not getting close to the truth, the real truth, I could talk about the Bible all day as long as I'm not finding out who they are. Now I know who these wicked fuckers are. These are the ones that are standing up in the temple saying, we are God. We are the truth because what we say goes. No one's going to know about these resets because we're controlling the power, right? So this is the jumping off point. It took me 8 minutes, but I think you understand. If you got to go back to the first video. I'm not going to go over and over again what the theory is. Thanks, assholes. You hear the motorcycle? I don't know what that's about. People out on their Sunday ride. Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Here's some fucking noise for you. In the word of the Lord, this is Jonah 3. Go preach to Nineveh. Go. Get up, Benjamin. Go preach to Nineveh. And the word of the Lord came unto Jonah the second time, saying, Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and preach unto it, preaching what I tell you to preach. So right off the bat, he says, arise, get your vibration up, get your frequency up, get up, Benjamin, arise. It's time to fucking speak. It's time to preach. It's time to fucking say it. Sorry, bro. I gotta roll up the window. I'm pissing the guy off over there. Sorry. So sorry for yelling. These are the things I hear. You don't hear the Lord fucking yelling in your ear like I do. Thank God. Thank God for that. Be grateful that you don't have that Lord in your ear. You're chosen? What are you chosen for? You're chosen to be fucking tortured. The chosen. I want to be the chosen. I want to be the elect. Really? Okay. Anybody want to trade? Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and preach unto it, preaching what I bid you. What's preaching? Speaking. Telling. Preaching. Teaching. Speaking. You're telling. Go use your mouth. You're spoken of. You're spoken to, and you're spoken through, Jonah. Now that I got you out of hell, out of the belly of the whale, right? You understand? He's in hell. He's in the belly of the whale. He's in the low dimensional place. You can't get much lower than being inside another living creature that's in the ocean. It says over here, for you have cast me into the deep, into the midst of the sea, and the floods compassed about me, and thy billows and thy waves passed over me. Then I said, I am cast out of thy sight, yet I will look again towards the holy temple. This is where I say, I'm a fucking fallen angel. Get over it. I'm cast down to the sea. I'm cast out of thy sight. I'm cast into the deep. The waters have closed around me. This fucking hellhole is up my ass. It's all around me. I hate it here. Do you understand? These fucking people that talk about me like I'm some kind of demon, I fucking want to strangle them. These are devils. These people that talk about the Nephilim and the fallen angels, they're so far from God and they're so far from the truth that they deluded themselves into thinking the Bible says something it doesn't fucking mean. God, kill these fuckers, Lord. Please. So when it says, I'm cast out of thy sight, I'm cast, he has cast me into the deep. This is where I'm at. I'm in this deep fucking hellhole. I'm trying to get it through to you people what's going on here. Listen. And the word came unto the king okay, I'm back. And Jonah began to enter into the city a day's journey, and he cried and said, in 40 days, Nineveh shall be overthrown. I'm probably going to have to do one more because I can see I'm not going to get the whole theme in here because I'm just not. So what did he say? It took him a day's journey. It took him, let's see what it says about a day, because now I'm interested. On the first day. So on the first day, he rose up and he journeyed. He's trying to get he's getting his spirit up. He's rising up on the first day. The first day. Wake up, Benjamin. It's morning. Time to go. Benjamin wakes early. Prophesy. I'm going to say this over and over again. You people will understand. If you fucking do, if you don't, fuck you. I don't care. Benjamin rises early, he hunts at noon, and he brings home the spoil in the evening. It's a process, people, over and over again. We regenerate, we come. When we're young, we're getting the idea, we're getting the frequency, we're getting the vibration. We know we're going to sing a song sooner or later. The Lord told me when I was 7 years old, you're going to save many people. I'm going to be a fucking hero. And I was like, ooh, I get to be a hero. Now I know what he meant. He was trying to keep me on the right path. It's like, yay, I get to be the hero. Fuck. Anyway, so the first day, and then he cried and said, in 40 days, Nineveh shall be overthrown. What's happening? His word is going to destroy Nineveh. He's saying, I'm telling you, I have the word of the Lord. The Lord told me to tell you in 40 days, you're fucked. So he gives them this warning and this time, this grace period. You have 40 days to raise your frequency. You have 40 days to learn the song. You have 40 days to tell your people the truth. You have 40 days, and that's all you got, nigga. And so what happened? So the people of Nineveh believed God and proclaimed a fast and put on sackcloth from the greatest of them even to the least. What did they do? They listened to the prophet. What is this saying? How does this tie into the fucking theory of the 138-year resets that the Lord blasts someplace on the earth for being stupid? These people somehow were smart enough to know that these things have happened other places, and there is men of the Lord that go to these places because people have heard that there's prophets. They know that the prophets have been killed for doing these things, for speaking for the Lord. They know that after this shit happens, a lot of times these prophets are killed because they're trying to go out and tell other people, man, you better straighten up, because I helped a whole city become destroyed because the Lord told me, go tell them you're fucked. And you know what happened? They got fucked. The pattern has played out. So when we think of prophecy, I've said this before and I'll say it again for you people that haven't been here. Please, if you're here, stay here. If you don't want to be here, go away, because I need 20 people that are listening. I have 122, 25 subscribers. I have 15 right now. I need 20 people to understand, so I don't have to feel like I have to go over these things over and over again. Prophecy is pattern. It's not particularly prediction fulfillment. So get that out of your head. It's a pattern because that fits into this story too. Why is it a pattern? The Lord has a pattern of destroying places to get us to see the pattern. Do you understand? He burnt that part of the quilt. That part had to get burnt. The remnant has to come in and reform that part of the quilt again. And he burns another part of the quilt. It's a pattern. The pattern is showing what prophecy is. Prophecy is someone saying that part's going to be destroyed. The Lord destroys it. That's the prediction fulfillment. But it's a pattern. It's a pattern that's been from the beginning. There's always been prophets. There's always been the law. There's always been destruction for assholes. But we're in a place right now where they've been able to, he's getting all these liars and he's getting them in a trick bag, and he's going to separate. We're getting to the end. We're going to separate the fucking idiots from the truthful people. So don't fucking lie, people. You got to tell the truth. I fucking couldn't get my dick hard the other night with the girl. I'm 61 years old. I've fucking fucked myself out. I need help. That's the truth. Is it happy? Is it funny? Yeah, it's funny to some of you. You couldn't get your dick hard, couldn't get a nut. Yeah, kind of depressing, distressing. But you know what? If that's the biggest fucking piece of meat on my plate, I'm fucking in trouble anyway. So anyway, let's get back to the truth. We got to tell the truth. So what's happened is the Lord destroyed these places, and the people that would be able to go tell the truth, they find out who these people are. The devils get these people, they destroy them. They're the prophets. They're profitable for correction, for rebuke. They're saying, man, I saw it happen with my own eyes. What happens? That person ends up getting shipped out to Timbuktu, and these people are going, I don't know, where are you talking about? I never even heard of California, or I've never even heard of Pompeii. I've never even heard of Jerusalem. I'm in China. What do you mean, Jerusalem? Well, it's a city of peace, and well, then why did it get destroyed? You know, there's always a way for these niggas, these lying fucking devil fucks, these manipulative pieces of shit to come up with a story and to ship people off. So what I was going into in the last video is it plays into that whole idea of the orphan trains. Maybe the Lord leaves children alive so that they can, it got down to the point where he's like, well, I gotta do something better. I gotta leave some of these children alive that saw what happened so that they can escape and go tell the world, because I'm getting ready to destroy these people. So we look back on the last few times that this destruction's happened, and what these devils did is they put these children on trains and shipped them off to places where they didn't even speak the same language. And so they were doing like the Holy Father did to Babylon, and taking these wicked fucking Phoenician speaking black Hebrew Israelite lying pieces of shit that were trying to build their own kingdom and make their own heaven here on earth that we still see to this day, right? And he confused their language. He did that to them. So what happened when we were trying to tell people about this destruction we saw, this reset. And this, I don't know if this is true or not. I'm just saying it fits the biblical story in a way that's like, I'm starting to get fucking goosebumps because I can see what he means by that and how the story plays into it. So to continue, they send these children into places where they can't speak the language. How are you going to prophesy to people that don't understand what you're saying? So anyway, let me continue so I can get through this, and then we'll do one more on it because I have a couple more scriptures that talk about it. Sodom and Gomorrah and something I wrote down in Genesis, but let's get through Jonah first so we can understand this theme. And the king arose from his throne, and he laid his robe from him and covered him with sackcloth. So the king arose. He got his vibration up. He got his frequency up. He heard the song and he believed the song, and the Lord gave him the ability to raise his frequency. That's probably why he was king in the first place. He had the ability to raise his frequency. And people at that time knew that we need these people that raise their frequency to be our king because they can save us in time of peril. When the prophet Jonah comes to us and says, you people are going to be destroyed, we have a king that can raise his frequency, you understand, and get us out of this mess. We know that he has the potential to do that. So he can hear the prophet. He has ears to hear and eyes to see, and his vision is great. So let me continue. And he caused it to be proclaimed and published Slovakia. When I get this fucking spirit in me, my lips don't move as fast as my brain. Verse 7, and he caused it to be proclaimed and published through Nineveh by the decree of the king and his nobles, saying, neither let man nor beast or flock taste anything, let no food touch their lips, or drink no water, but let man and beast be covered with sackcloth, crying mightily unto God. Let them turn everyone his evil way, and from the violence that is in their hands. So this follows the story of Sodom and Gomorrah or Jerusalem or whatever. The Lord warned Jerusalem in those days, you guys are going to get thrown down. You're going to be fucked up. I'm going to fuck you up if you don't listen. What'd they do? They fucking put him on the cross. What happened to Jerusalem? He gave him 70 years to fucking get it together, and it didn't happen. So Rome might have came in and destroyed Jerusalem. It might have been the Lord, and these liars are telling us that we did that. A lot of these destructions, they're making us think they did it. Did Fukushima, did that tsunami come from a bomb under the water from Russia? Possibly. Was it God fucking thrashing on Japan for something they did on the past? Very possibly. Do they make us think that Russia might have done it? Or China? Yes. They want us to perpetuate their lies, but it's to the point now they lie so much we don't know what's true or not. All we know is that the Bible's true and God is true, and that's what we have to do is say, I don't know. I think it's God. Whether it's Russia, China, or God, it's all God because he's in control of the whole story. And we've said that before. He's controlling the story. And then it says in verse 9, who can tell if God will turn and repent and turn away from his fierce anger that we perish not? And God saw all their works, and they turned from their evil way, and God repented that from what he had said he would do, and he did it not. But Jonah got pissed. So we see there's prophets that used their higher frequency they joined in with these wicked people. So you think of Jonah, he's like, I didn't want them to be saved. I think if they get saved, they're going to walk around the earth and they're going to tell people, ha ha, you're going to get destroyed, but you don't know what to do about it. And they're going to muddy the waters because they knew that that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob saved them. They know that they repented. They know that God had mercy on them, right? So Jonah's like, fuck man. Now this is going to set off a whole bunch of shit. If I would have just not went, I wouldn't have been involved in this nonsense. Because part of the issue is that a prophet has to tell them. That's why he said, get up, Benjamin, you got to tell him. So why am I here every day talking to you? Because arise, JD Nigel, arise, Jeff Deloach, get up, Benjamin. Get your frequency up, where we have a job to do, you motherfucker. If you fuck with me, I'm going to send you to the belly of the whale. I'm going to kill you, JD Nigel. I have no choice. I have to be here every day. It's not like he's putting a lot of pressure on me, but I'm like a puppet. I do it, and I say what he tells me to say. So I'm going to get the end of this real quick, and then I didn't even get to the end of Jonah, and I have 2 more verses to bring into this, but I'll be back. JD Nigel, word of truth. I love you, believers, Israel. I'll be back.